In this video, I'll discuss chin-ups and explain how to get the most out of them. Chin-ups are an exercise where you pull your chin over the bar with a supinated grip or the palms facing you. When the palms face the other way, these are called pull-ups instead. It's worth noting these exist on a continuum rather than two distinct options. You can do chin-ups with the hands fully or partially supinated, pull-ups fully or partially pronated, or use a neutral grip between the two. You can also use rings, where the hands can swivel throughout the movement. Chin-ups target the shoulder extensors and elbow flexors. More simply, they work the muscles of the back and front of the arms. These are the same muscles used in pull-ups, but switching your grip changes things slightly. By supinating the hands, you limit grip width and how much you can flare the elbows. If you go too wide or flare excessively, it'll put the wrists in an uncomfortable position. As a result, chin-ups move with shoulder flexion and extension more so than abduction and adduction. In other words, the arms move in front of the body rather than out to the sides. To perform the chin-up, hang with straight arms and the hands shoulder width apart or slightly closer. There's flexibility here, so use the grip width that feels strongest. Pull your chin over the bar, then fully straighten the arms and repeat for reps. To maximize effort, pull as high as possible with every chin-up, aiming to bring your chest to the bar. As long as your chin clears the bar, the rep is sufficient. This sets a minimum standard to maintain, but a harder target to aim for. At the bottom of each chin-up, make sure to straighten the elbows for a full range of motion. As with pull-ups, scapular depression is an important part of the movement. By depressing the shoulder blades, you lift the body and increase the potential height of your chin-ups. However, you don't have to deliberately engage the shoulder blades first or depress them in a separate action. This can be integrated into the rest of the movement and tends to naturally happen early with the intention of pulling high. When I'm training chin-ups or most other compound movements, I rarely think about my shoulder blades. Instead, I just hit the standards for each rep and focus on effort and performance. Whether you lower to an active hang where the shoulder blades stay depressed or a passive hang where they elevate is up to you. Some find keeping their shoulder blades engaged more comfortable and don't fully relax between reps. Personally, I prefer to lower as far as possible, as this increases range and stretch on the lats. Regardless of the method you use, just make sure you fully straighten the elbows with each rep. As long as you do this, you'll get a great stimulus for strength gains and muscle growth. For the torso, you can maintain a hollow body or allow the back to arch. Neither is inherently better, and both build strength and muscle mass. Which option you perform should depend on your preference or goals. Maintaining a hollow body better engages the abs and increases the challenge at the start of the movement. Arching makes it easier to initiate each rep, but harder to hold the position at the top. You can also do a combination of both, where you arch initially and hollow as your chin clears the bar. This puts your body in the most efficient positions at the respective phases of the movement. Whichever body positions you use, just try not to swing or kip. Chin-ups are naturally easier at the start and get harder as you approach the top. However, you can use variations to target different positions and selectively strengthen them. If you struggle with the top part of your chin-ups, you can add a pause, do short and partial reps, or isometric holds to address this. If you want to make the bottom portion more challenging, you can do them in an L-sit, pause at the bottom, or do lengthened partials. As challenging muscles at length is better for growth, these latter variations can help maximize hypertrophy. If bodyweight chin-ups are too challenging, you can use a resistance band or your feet to assist you. To make reps harder, you can add weight, bias one side, or do them in an L-sit. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to unlock the chin-up, build chin-up capacity, or learn calisthenics generally, check out the programs on the Base Blocks Plus app.